It's cracking, everybody. Welcome to, I just heard the new moon. I mean, we're in new moon energy right now, so maybe this is the new moon message. Men in Moon. I did just watch Rise of the Guardians. And the man in the moon is the one who picks Jack Frost as the newest guardian. Wow. What is happening? I feel like this is going to be a very magical message. Let's see. Ooh, okay. We got some breaking up, some energy, okay? We got soulmates. We've got keys on a ring, love. And we got chaser in reverse. And lately I'm not wanting to do cards in reverse. I just want to read them upright. They don't need to be in reverse. But I'm going to take chaser in reverse because I feel like there could be somebody coming back around. Okay, some type of connection or like a contract or something, partnership that's coming back around because you didn't chase them. You didn't chase something. Right? Because love is one of those things. Like, I mean, if you truly love something, you will just live your life. And if it ever comes back to you, it does. If it doesn't, then you're like, well, you know what? I'll always love it. Like, because that's what love really is. You know, like love can't last forever and it doesn't stay forever. And you can have unconditional love for people for the rest of your life. Right? And never see them again. That's the way that love works. Right? But there's like, maybe somebody went silent on you, okay? And they might have just abandoned you, you know, like ghosted. Maybe somebody ghosted you. And you didn't chase them around. And I feel like maybe they ghosted you because they might have thought that you had a lot of options at the time. Okay? And they weren't a good option for you. They could have picked somebody else. I mean, who knows? Let's see if, okay, these cards want to talk. So let's see if we can find out why the silent treatment. Just go. Okay, so they might have got some bad advice from somebody, okay, and this person told them to just walk away from you. You know, something could have been going on with your life or something, and, you know, this person also might have thought that, like, I've been hearing one night stand, okay? When I lived in Calgary, there was this place downtown Calgary on 17 and it was called One Night Stands. And people used to go there all the time. Like they would come to my bar and then they would go there. And I was always intrigued by this One Night Stands because it's so funny because it sounds like one night stand, right? But it's Stan's place. So we named it One Night Stands. And I remember applying for there too, I think. No, I don't think I ever applied to work there. But when I saw the place, when I went downtown one day and I saw it, it was like the cutest little kind of like sunken bar, you know, like it wasn't like everything else on the strip. You could tell it had been there for a long time, right? And it was just this like, oh, you know, a cozy place when you see one, you know, like black walls, and it's like almost kind of a little bit Irish, right? Very small. You go in and you're very like, oh, you know, like you automatically feel like you're kind of being hugged, right? I was thinking about one night stands, and for some reason I was thinking about it this morning again. I'm like, what is with this bar? Like I don't live anywhere near Calgary anymore. And now I'm getting on the fucking card, it says One Night Stand. And I'm thinking maybe this person thought that that's all you wanted. Or maybe that's what they wanted and you didn't. You know, you wanted something bigger. You wanted a bigger connection. And they didn't. Plain and simple, right? They maybe thought that you had, maybe they thought you were a little unconventional, right? And you had a lot of options, or you were going to string them along on something, or they thought they were going to string you along on something. Okay. And this person was quite attracted to you. So I think the reason, like, for them to just all of a sudden ghost you, I'm actually really glad that nobody chased each other, because maybe this person thought that you were a little out of their league, or that they were going to chase you around, and they were never. This person, I think, also has a little bit of abandonment issues, and or they were dealing with somebody with abandonment issues, you know. And like, I always know that, like, when somebody ghosts me, my first initial reaction is to just run. Right? Ghosting is not a good sign. It usually means that somebody is up to no good. They either want to lie to you, they don't want to string you along, they don't want to fuck with you. Like, it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing, right? It could have something to do with you, it could have something to do with them. Like, ghosting is very immature. But I do, like, I mean, I ghosted an establishment recently. Like, I was done with their shit. I didn't care. I was like, you guys don't even fucking care if I do call and quit. Like, I know you fucking don't. Like, I am not needed here. I'm not wanted here. I'm going to go. Right? Like, if you are somewhere and you feel not wanted, then you might have ghosted. Like, maybe this is a job, you know, and you got some wisdom to just go, and it was better. You saw the sunnier side up by walking away. Okay, the wisdom at the time was to let go and not to think about it anymore, right? Because that's the thing. That's what energy does. You know, when you don't know what to do, then just stop. You know, like, that's what they say when you're lost too. If you're lost, just stop. Look around. Judge the situation. See, don't just keep walking or doing something and not knowing what it is that you're doing. You know, like it is okay to stop and question things every now and then, to make sure you're making the right decisions, to make sure that you've got your own back, to make sure that you're updated and you're alert and you know what's going on. You know, like, you always have to check in with yourself. And like, yeah. So what's this love? Self-love, affection, attraction. Okay, so it seems like it was the divine feminine energy, okay, that had, there's clarity right there. So that's kind of like my confirmation. So it's kind of like, I feel like it was the divine feminine energy that needed healing, okay, and or is doing the healing. Okay, and that's what feminine energies do. They heal. That's what they're there for, right? So I feel like because you took accountability for something, or this person's going to come and they're going to take accountability for what they did, right? And they're coming at a ghost, like they went into the void to heal something. Okay. And like, the universe wants to give you confirmation that the reason why they kind of like walked away from you was because they had to love themselves more in that situation. They couldn't love you the way that they needed to love themselves. And that's true healing. You know, like, when you need to heal, you can't include people in that. You need to do your healing on your own. That's the thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that they were going to be gone forever. It just meant that they had some stuff to do, and if you ran into each other again, then so be it. People change. Deaths happen. Ego deaths happen, right? And people that were once really entitled go through things that make them now very humble and just happy to be alive, right? Like unfortunately, money changes people, and it changes their perspective, and then they think they can walk on water, and they think that they're better than other people, when in the blink of an eye you could lose everything and be homeless and living like a mole under Las Vegas. It doesn't take long, trust me. I've been homeless, and I have an apartment right now. Like, I've gone from homeless to nothing, to having everything, to losing everything again, to barely hanging on to where I'm at now. but I don't give up. I don't give up easily. And when I tried to give up, it didn't work numerous times. So that's my confirmation that I'm supposed to be here, or one of those times would have failed me. So it's almost like maybe this person needed to realize how important they are, because we've got that it's already happened. Gratitude rampage. So I feel like somebody has been in their feelings, okay? And that's the part of the healing. It's like maybe you've connected this with this person on another level, right? Because it's already happened. You've already done it, and it's about to enter your life now. And it's going to be one of those things like riding a bike, right? It's going to be really easy once you get back on and ride again, even though you haven't done it for a while. It doesn't matter how long it's been. It's already been done before. You've already done it. So now it's just a matter of when it comes back in again, right? Because of the accountability, taking accountability for what you do. Like that's kind of my sign when the universe knows that you're now mature, when you take responsibility for things. And like, that's one thing that I'm like been trying to like work with my landlord about, and be like, you know, everything that happens with this house, he always tells me it's not his fault. And I'm going like, can you just stop with the not your fault? It's your responsibility. It doesn't matter about whose fault it is and whose fault it's not. Right? It's the house's fault, for fuck's sakes, but you're responsible for it, which means you have to fix it. That's accountability, right? People don't want to take accountability for their shit. They're too immature. They don't want to have to pay for it. That's the main thing. People don't want to have to pay for shit, whether it's physical or it's mental or it's fucking metaphysical, right? Like they don't want to have to pay the price for the things that they did, but guess what? They're going to have to pay the price for everything they did regardless, eventually one day. So the healing might as well begin now, right? And the imprisonment for some might as well begin now. like you know what I mean? Like it's the taking accountability for things, that's your confirmation. Like, so if somebody, you know, recently, or not even recently, you know, like if somebody in your past walked away from you or gave you the silent treatment, wow, okay, let's find out. The energy is breaking. The energy is breaking up. So what does that mean for you? Are they coming back around? Like, I really think you've been, honestly, in some type of competition with somebody else. And I don't even think you knew it. Like, I guess because you didn't chase them? Like, you, from the looks of it, have had, like, oh. So, okay. So, the story has kind of changed now a little bit. Whoever it was that gave them this advice, okay, to walk away from you, to just let it go, I think that's what it was. It's wasn't the worst, it wasn't the worst advice, okay, for this person to tell their friend, listen, maybe this isn't for you, just walk away. What they should have said, though, was maybe you should talk to them and let them know. But instead, this person goes, just ghost them. Just stop talking to them. You don't owe them anything. Fuck them. And that's where the story gets tricky, because that's where I'm like, okay, that was where the bad advice was, to just ghost. Okay, that's where the bad advice comes from. That's where this person is like, okay, so I ghosted them, though. I said nothing. That's where the accountability has to come in now. That's where I feel like this person, maybe this person is easily influenced, and now they have to realize that they have to step into their divine masculine, put their big boy pants on, and make their own decisions. Their friends aren't living their lives. They are. And that's really hard for somebody who's been like abused by people, or manipulated by people, or brainwashed by people. They don't know how to make their own decisions. They make the decisions that their friends say, because they think that their friends are giving them the right advice. Even though their friend did give them the right advice, they made it also very hostile. It was hostile advice at a very, I'm going to say, sensitive time. Okay, so I feel like somebody is going to reach out to you and want to possibly have a cup of coffee with you, and talk about this. I think they want to let go. They could have had another woman as well. And she was just easier than you, or vice versa. You know, like this girl could have had just some other guy, and that was just an easier relationship for them. They could have taken something easier, right? Like this person could have been the one that had a lot of options, and maybe they thought you were going to chase them, and then you didn't. And then they were like, well, I thought it was all about, you know, the way that you care about somebody is how much you chase them. No. Because, like, what? You chase something. What are you, Michael Myers? Just was chasing something around? Like, that's terrifying. I wouldn't want anybody chasing me around. Not even in a car, in a fucking motorized vehicle, nothing. I wouldn't want somebody chasing me around. So clearly maybe this person, like, again, they're like some bad advice. Some bad advice, right? And, but that led them down to this road where now you seem to be incomparable to everybody else because you didn't do what everybody else did. I'm also getting job. I mean, you could have quit somewhere, and so far everybody else has quit and then tried to get their job back, or they got fired. And now, you know, you're the one that quit, that they want to have, you know, come back. They want to break this pattern with you because you just left, you know, because you'd already done it before. Like maybe you recently tried to go back with somebody or do something, and then you had to leave, you know, because I mean, something definitely, it seems like, is coming back from the past. Okay. And, I just heard it's like a do-over. Okay. And, any signs? 9 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Like, this is almost, I feel like, something that you have, like, wished for, right? No worries, just wishes. And I've always loved the saying, if you love something, let it go. And if it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. It's one of my favorite sayings. It was on the wall in my grade 5 class. My grade 5 Mr. Perry's class. He had this picture of a deer in a valley. And I used to just stare at it because clearly I always wanted to be a deer in a valley, I guess. And it said, if you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. And it has stuck with me my whole life. And I don't know why. And that's the thing. When things come back to you, you got to say, like, dude, I let you go. Like, you came back. That's you. Like, I was always here, you know? Because I do feel like somebody left. You know, they got in their boat and they, oh my God, look at 2 cards of leaving. So maybe both of you guys fucking turned around and walked away from each other. One went towards this and one went towards that, right? Not fighting. What's the point of fighting? What's the point of resisting something when both parties want to go? You just go. Okay. Now we got the Hierophant. And we do have engagement ring. So, oh, sorry, this is the High Priest, which is the Hierophant. Virgo energy. I feel like this is a partnership. Like there could be an engagement coming back around. Like, and we did realize, you know, we were talking about it today because, you know, when you go to file for divorce, you have to wait like 6 months in Canada. I don't know what it's like in the States, but I know in Canada it's 6 months from the last time I looked at it anyways. You know, because the courts have to give people time to adjust and realize that, like, sometimes you say things in the heat of the moment and then you don't want a divorce, but then you already gone through with it, right? Like some people need time to heal and think about, is this what I really want to do? Right? Because to make hostile decisions and hostile energy leaves hostile results, right? So there's the King of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So, oh yeah, what's down here? Page of Swords and the Empress. So I feel like this King of Pentacles is looking right at this Queen of Cups, which is this divine feminine energy here. So I do think that, like, there's been some healing involved. This Queen of Cups looks like she's been thinking about a lot of things for a while. And this King, he's looking at his pentacles. So I feel like maybe this masculine energy has been working. Okay. They also could have started a new job as well, or this is the new job. There could be a new job opportunity, and that's where you meet somebody from your past that walked away from you, separated from you. Again, I don't know if this is in this world or if it's in another world, and you guys are just going to know each other. There's absolutely zero anxiety in this situation. Like, somebody knows that whatever they've wished for, they want what's equal, right? They want an equal relationship, and that's whether that's financial, emotional, physical, it doesn't really matter, right? Somebody wants equality, and maybe that's why the two of you walked away from each other, because there wasn't going to be an equal give and take. There was only going to be giving or taking. Okay, so now I feel like the energies are ready with the Empress, right? It's like this has been kind of a slow time of growth for somebody, right? And now with the Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, like sandwiching this Queen of Cups, I feel like that's who's going to get a lot of this energy. Like, that's who's going to receive the message. Ooh. Now we got the Queen of Swords out. I mean, somebody wants a family. That's what they want. They want stability. They want, the dog, the kid, the yard, somebody wants a certain lifestyle. There's the Moon and Six of Wands. And although you can't see it now, there is victory. Okay. I think somebody's fallen on a lot of hard times. And because of that, they know what they want. They know their future. They know what they deserve. And they're willing to fight for it. That's their victory. They just can't see what's happening now. There's a lot of maybe illusions around this person. You might think this person's really happy with somebody, or you might think this person has moved on, but they really haven't. That's the victory here, is that someone's coming back around, and they're coming back to their divine feminine. Like, they're coming back to their counterpart. So what's the time? 22? I almost feel like that's basically the end of the reading. I just split the deck to sex magic. So, look. Beyond. That to me, all the tarot cards on the ground, and they've come together and they put their keys together and they're kind of bonded together, and that's obviously, I think you have had sex with this person. Creation, like, I do think that this person you have already had sex with, which is why maybe they thought that they were always going to be a one night stand to you. Maybe that's where that one night stand is, that you guys have had sex before, right? There's spirit with act. There was an act that was started, okay? And it just seems to me like it wasn't ever finished. It was started and then never finished. We got legacy and grace. Like, I really feel like somebody's going to be speaking a lot of truth soon, and they're going to do it really fucking nicely. Like, they don't want to break your heart. This is the thing that changes everything, is the fact that maybe this person was really, really harsh in the day and really hard to get along with and really didn't know how to speak their mind or, speak what they were. And now they really, there's a lot of grace to them now. Like, they've calmed down a lot, right? And they've grown up a lot. They're very victorious now than what they were before. There we go. Ooh, we got pay attention. So also this person could have left and had a child. Okay. The first thing I'm getting is, like, they could have a child and offspring. And I'm also getting, pay attention to the signs around you. Okay. Universal oneness, transcend. Like, you might think this person hates you, or you might think it could never happen. It's never going to come again. It's very chaotic. And in the world of chaos, find balance. Right? And in a world of he loves me not. Just find balance, right? That's because this world is so chaotic, and it's so filled with things that we cannot possibly comprehend or predict if we tried, right? And you may think that this person would never ever come back around. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever pulled this card on the channel yet. That's for sure. I only remember maybe seeing it once because I went through the whole deck once, but I haven't seen this card yet again. So, that is bliss with trust. And then the curtain coming open. Trust that there is something behind that curtain, okay? And behind that curtain lies stability. Right? Behind the curtain lies stability. That's the big thing here, right? Is being stable again, putting 2 feet on the ground and noticing that there is a masculine energy in this reading, trying to kind of like show himself just a little bit, but he's not saying very much other than, maybe they're going to ask you to come smoke a doobie with them and get a coffee with them or something. We got coffee and doobie. So, that'd be awesome if somebody, asked you to go and smoke a joint with them. Because, that really cuts the energy right there. I just cut the deck. Ooh, look, I got karma. So this definitely, I feel like, is lined up with someone's karma, right? Like, this is what meant to be is what's meant to be. And like, this obviously is meant to be. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay. Like I always say, these readings are timeless and they are collective. So who they resonate with is who they resonate with. They could resonate with anybody. It really doesn't matter. I've asked a lot of the signs to kind of start working together with one another to get the message out. And so far, so good. So, it doesn't necessarily have to have your sign on it for it to resonate in your life. Okay. We do go by moon signs as well, not just your sun signs. So, personal readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. If not, just enjoy this beautiful channel and its freeness. Monthly subscriptions are $4.99. All right. Full refunds always available if you don't like the content. Clearly. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the comments and the subscribes and everybody watching and paying attention and affirmations. And, I couldn't do this without you guys. I wouldn't do this without you guys. It would be pointless. So, thank you so very much for everything. And be good to yourselves. Peace out. Word to your mothers.